Hello and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide and the third video in my merchandise series. Now if you've not already seen them, check out the first and second video that I've uploaded into this playlist. You got the first video where I share with you a lot of my different theme park mugs, and then the second video where I share with you my theme park signage and also some of the larger items that I've got as well. As you've seen from the title, this video is all about some of the smaller items in my collection, including roller coaster wheels. That also includes little roller coaster models that I've got called Resins, pin badges, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, so much more. So should we get started? We're going to start here in the world of theme parks. I've got some stuff on the shelves just here, and then we'll head back inside and I'll have a look at some more items that are boxed up that I can't quite fit here into the world of theme parks. Let's get started. So let's start off by looking at these few items down here. So on the left hand side, I've got this large resin from Portaventura in Spain. It's absolutely huge, and I bought this when Angor, their Mack Ride Splash Battle, actually opened. This was on sale in the shop. I don't think they actually sell these anymore, but yeah, it's basically a model of the station. You can see the face on there, and also Portaventura's logo down there at the bottom. Just up next then, we've got this Disneyland Castle from the 60th anniversary, the diamond celebration of the original Disneyland in Anaheim, California. This was really expensive to buy actually, but it was well worth it because it's a really nice item that one day I'd love to put in like a glass cabinet and have like a lot of my other Disney stuff around it. But yeah, it does actually light up this as well. I have took the batteries out just to protect it because obviously when it's in here I don't really put the lights on and things on it. But yeah, it's a really nice item. You can see the back of the castle as well, and yeah, that was from the anniversary at Disneyland in California. Carrying on with the Disney theme then with these next couple of items. This is a really nice picture frame, and you can see Sorcerer and Mickey there on the right hand side. There I am with my parents in front of the castle during a 2006 visit to Disneyland Paris, back when they were branding it as Disneyland Resort Paris. I know it's still a resort now, but they don't really market it as a resort with that branding on. So yeah, that's from 2006. Another one here from Disneyland Paris. This is from the anniversary, the 20th anniversary. I've not actually got any pictures in here, but you can put a picture in the Mickey ears at the top and also in the middle there as well. 1992 to 2012 from that 20th anniversary. Of course, every 5 years, Disneyland Paris tend to do a big celebration where they release lots of merchandise and put on special shows. And yeah, pick that up from the anniversary in 2012. Next up then, let's look at my theme park resins. As you can see, they take up 3 different shelves here at the World of Theme Parks. Lots of these, and they're all released by Merlin Entertainment. They've actually brought out a lot newer ones than these now, but these are all from the first collection, so to speak, that was released quite a few years ago now. So firstly, we've got Cobra there from Chessington World of Adventures. I'll just pan across all these and mention where they're from so you can see them. Saw the Ride and Nemesis Inferno from Thorpe Park. Next up, we've got Oblivion the Black Hole and Oblivion from Alton Towers. Next to the Blackpool Tower, followed by Scream at Heidi Park. We've then got Stealth. I really don't like that one. I don't really know why I bought it. I assume it was just so, you know, I had the full collection at the time. But I prefer the Stealth one just next to it there, much better. Next up, we've got the Orlando Eye. It's now branded as Icon Orlando. The Smiler, that's a really good one there with the train on. And of course at the end, the legendary Nemesis at Alton Towers. Moving a bit further down, we've got the Swarm from Thorpe Park with the ambulance that's tipped up at the side. Here we've got another Oblivion one with the Shrek going into the hole. Another one there from Scream at Heidi Park, and also another from Oblivion. Moving on then, we've got Air, of course, before that rebranding to Galactica, and also Colossus. I was never keen on the train and track colour on that one, I must admit. I know that's what it is like in real life, but I just don't think it looks as good on the resin. I'd rather it had looked a bit more like the Smiler one just up there. Moving on, we've got Flug der Dämon, which is the wing coaster at Heidi Park in Germany, next to Colossus. Before, of course, it got refurbished. It's been shut for a few years and is reopening in 2019, and I'll be back out there this year. Rita there as well, along with Colossus at Thorpe Park. We then got Cobra, a much better one from Cobra there at Chessington. There's the first one, and there's the one they released just after, much better. Another one from the Smiler there at Alton Towers that looks similar to the other one, but not quite as nice. Nemesis Inferno there, with the classic volcano with the track going out of it. followed by tidal wave there with the splash and then buildings that have been damaged by the wave. Then got Zufari, a nice one of the truck just there. Crake just next to it there, which is their B&M dive coaster, which is at Heidi Park. Couple more there from the Swarm at Thorpe Park, along with the billboard from when they first had that there as well. The Swarm, there you go. Take a flight into hell, not paradise. Next up then, we've got Vampire just there from Chessington World of Adventures. And then on the right hand side, Colossus again from Heidi Park in Germany. And that's a really nice one. But yeah, like I say, they take up 3 shelves, all my different resins there. And there's a lot more that have been released now at the Merlin Parks. They are some of my favourite merchandise. However, I'm just running out of space. That's the continued theme with merchandise, and hence why I don't buy anywhere near as much now as what I used to. But there you go, that's a look at my different resins. Now, over the past few years, it's become quite a thing for theme parks to start selling sections of wood from their wooden roller coasters, either from when they've built them initially or when they've had to replace different track sections and part of the support structure. This was the first section that I actually got. This is from Woden Timber Coaster at Europa Park, a brilliant GCI wooden coaster. And yeah, you can see there it's got the Woden logo engraved on the front, and on the back it tells you where it's from, and also with the logo there as well that's engraved into it. But yeah, really nice that. I also got another one of these a couple of years later, just because this looked like it was from somewhere else on the ride, you know, and obviously on the back there it tells us where it's from. That's from the Run to the Lift bent, and underneath there at the bottom as well with the logo engraved. So it's a smaller section, but yeah, it's nice. I actually prefer that piece to that one, but that's the first one that I got. Just next to it here, this is from Secret Weapon 8 at Alton Towers. This was actually, of course, a new wooden roller coaster, much like the track sections there from Woden. This is from the initial build, and you can see here as well how it's been really nicely engraved. It's not printed on, it's engraved, and you've got all the Wicker Man style at the bottom, and then on the back there's nothing, but you can sort of see how, you know, it's been cut off from where it was put onto the track. But yeah, it's nice that. It's really nice how Alton Towers decided to go and do it. There's been a lot of speculation with these sections of wood, with people saying, are they actually that from the roller coaster? But even if they're not, like, I'm assuming that they are, but even if they aren't, at least they're nicely imprinted, and it's a good souvenir, isn't it, at the end of the day? This is from another GCI ride, got a bit of a theme going on. You can tell actually from looking at the wood, you know, it does look like it's all from GCI coasters, so I don't think the parks are conning us here. I do think it's genuine. But yeah, Heidi the Ride at Plopsaland de Pan in Belgium. You can also see with that how it's imprinted nicely, and yeah, it's plain on the back there as well. But yeah, some nice sections. These aren't GCI wooden coasters though. These are the wooden roller coasters of Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and one of these is a past coaster. Now, it doesn't take you long to guess where these two are from. Of course, this is from Blue Flyer, not Blue Fire, Blue Flyer in Nickelodeon Land. A little section there. Of course, these aren't original pieces. These are all from when they've replaced different track sections and part of the supports. This is from Nickelodeon Street, if you haven't guessed already. These ones are a little bit harder to tell where they're from. This one here, really old. You can see the paint starting to flake off. This is actually from the Big Dipper at Blackpool Pleasure Beach that's still going strong. Another one that's still going strong is the Grand National, and that's a little look at that section there, and you can see all the rust gathering on the side. That's what I like, you know. That's the thing with these. You can tell they're all brand new, whereas these, they've aged, you know, they've got a bit of history to them. And this one definitely has, because this is really sad. And this is actually from the Wild Mouse that unfortunately did get removed last winter, the winter of 2017. And it's such a shame, isn't it? We went into the park in 2018 and Wild Mouse was gone. But I've got a little section of it here to remember it by. But yeah, that's the theme park wood that I've got in my collection, and yeah, some nice items there. Now, I've only got a couple of these, but I absolutely love them. It's a model of Rita there at Alton Towers, and look at that, you've got the train just inside there on a piece of track. Really good. It's a shame that they don't make them anymore. I've also got another one just down here from the Swarm at Thorpe Park. You see that one a bit clearer because it's not got the branding on the side. But yeah, look at that. Really, really nice items there that Merlin made. Unfortunately, they don't do these anymore. It's such a shame. I've only got the two. I don't think they released anymore, but maybe they did and you've got them. So comment down below. I'll be interested to know. That rhymed. Next up, we've got a Valhalla bus. And now these were quite common. There was a lot of these going about. I've actually got two of these, one in the box and one without. Believe it or not, I saw one at a charity shop near to where I live. So I did definitely pick that up. And then this one here was bought from the park. But there you go, Valhalla, Ride the Adventure, the die-cast model collectible. You got to love it, haven't you? But yeah, you got a bit of information on the back there as well, all about it. Right, incoming, the next vehicles are coming in. I'm such a big kid, aren't I? Here we go, we've got this truck here from Hotel Balrock. Hoping that the new Hotel Kronotar's got one of these as well. Sure it will do. And boop, boop, boop. In comes Voden. Oh, you've had a preview of the next one. From Voden Timber Coaster, that's a nice one. And then this one, a little bit more special because this is a really old one. Unfortunately, I've not got the box for this. Again, it was picked up at a charity shop. But there you go, Europe's premier leisure park, it says on the side. Not quite that anymore, is it, Alton Towers? But there you go, I still enjoy it, of course, it's my local park. But how nice is that? It's got Alton on the front, says the same on that side. Yeah, it's just a shame that I don't have the box for it anymore. But it's still a really nice item that I've got here in my collection. Now, a few years ago, I went through a stage of buying snow globes. Not quite as many as what I did with theme park mugs. But yeah, I've still got quite a lot of these in my collection. Of course, with this Smiler one being the biggest just here. It's 3 snow globes in one, and look at that. It's actually really heavy as well. But yeah, I do quite like that. As much as I'm not really a big fan of the coaster, you know, it didn't age very well at all, in my opinion, in terms of how rough it is. But there you go. Yeah, I've got that from the Smiler. Got loads of these. This isn't even half of the snow globes that I've got, but these are some of the more interesting ones. That's from Zufari, Riding to Africa at Chessington. Needs a bit of a clean, that one on top. I think they all need a bit of a clean, to be honest. Another one there from Disneyland Paris from the 20th. Alton Towers there. And on the end, quite an old one here from Valhalla. There you go. Ride the Adventure. Are they bats? Yeah, they are bats that are going around. There you go. From Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Another one there from Oblivion. That's quite an old one now, actually. 13, and then you can see inside there you've got the station building with that castle. Drayton Manor, I'm not sure why I bought this one, to be honest. How much was it as well? £10 it says on the bottom. Oh my god, that's crazy. God, why did I pay 10 quid for that? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? But I must have got it discounted because I would not have paid £10 for that. This shows how cold it's been out here whilst I'm recording these videos because they're a bit steamed up. There you go, you can see air inside there. Rita, Nemesis 13, Oblivion. It's had an Alton Towers snow globe. One here from Madame Tussauds. Wow, these are steamed up, aren't they? Look at that. It shows how cold it gets in here on a night. Another one from Osiris there as well at Park Asterix. And then on the right hand side, the Swarm from Thorpe Park. But yeah, they're just a few of my snow globes, but these are some of my favourite ones that I've got. And yeah, you'll be probably quite happy to know. I mean, I know they're a bit tacky snow globes, aren't they? And to be honest, you'll be glad to know that I don't collect them anymore. But of course, just because I don't collect them anymore doesn't mean that I'm going to get rid of these ones. I'll definitely have them on display somewhere better at some point in the future, especially this one. Over the years, I've also bought a lot of different shot glasses. I only stopped collecting these, really, because I didn't have a nice bar area to put them all in behind. But you never know one day. But anyway, yeah, looking at these shot glasses, some that stand out more than others, especially ones that have had the logos changed, like the Splash Landings Hotel there. That's got to be about 10 years old, if not a bit more now, this one. That's the smallest mug in my theme park collection. There you go, it just fits on the palm of my hand. A little mug there from Alton Towers. Some more shot glasses up the top here, really old one there from Tussauds Alton Towers. Again, that's probably 12 or 13 years old. I've got a PortAventura one there before the PortAventura World branding. An old one from Oblivion, Colossus, Alton Towers Hotel. Yeah, I've got loads of shot glasses, more up here as well, but oh, this one quite stands out. There we go, I'll show you this one. So there you go, you've got that old school Rita brand in there. Used to like the original branding for Rita. I was a bit gutted when we lost the Thunder Rock Rally radio especially. But there you go, and yeah, I love Thorpe Park. There we go. I'm not too sure why I bought that one either, especially with it being pink. But, you know, it fits in the collection. It's something else, isn't it? And like I say, one day I might have somewhere a bit better for all these shot glasses to go. Ideally, a nice display cabinet behind a bar somewhere. Right then, next up, let's take a look at these different roller coaster wheels. We'll start off here in the top corner, and I'll sort of pan across all of these for you. But yeah, this one is actually from the Swarm. It's a B&M wheel from Thorpe Park, and that's actually from the train of the Swarm just there. Oh, there we are, put it back, there we go, don't want it wheeling off. You can see that I tried to build all this so the wheels don't go flying off. It's quite secure, to be honest. You try and shake it, it's not too bad. Lots of different wheels, so I'll just go through some of my favourites, but that's from Revolution at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Of course, you can buy a lot of different items from Pleasure Beach that are on sale in the Kiss Me Quick shop, which is underneath the flying machines. A little bit further along then, we've got one from Megaphobia there at Oakwood, a wooden coaster, and there you go, look at that wheel there. God, that's really heavy as well. It's actually one of the heaviest wheels in my collection. Just down underneath here, that is actually from Speed. It's a Gerstlauer wheel, so that's from a Eurofighter at Oakwood. And on the right hand side here, you can tell if you just look at the paint there, this is actually a wheel that helps propel the train, so to speak, on the first section of the track. And I know it doesn't go very fast at all, but yeah, this was actually from some of the drive wheels, effectively, what take it from the station to the bottom of the lift hill, and it just moves it along at a slow speed. I'm not sure on the exact speed exactly, but yeah, that's what it does. It's just like a drive wheel, but it's really, really heavy, that one. Along with that, there's a few more miscellaneous items down here. These are wheels from some different spinning coasters. A few more different bits here from Alton Towers rides. This is actually from Ripsaw. This is from the operators panel on Ripsaw, the old Huss Top Spin. This is actually used, well, they've got these on the op panels on the monorail at Alton Towers because that's to open and close the doors. A few other bits just here as well. This is a lock-in pin from Air at Alton Towers, or Galactica as it's now known, of course, along with the wheel. But there you go, yeah, you can see that's a lock-in pin, so that's what helps lock the restraint effectively. A few other bits that I've got here as well, a couple more bolts and miscellaneous different items, but yeah, oh, got a steeplechase chain there as well, like I say, also bought from the Kiss Me Quick shop. But yeah, loads of stuff. These are quite nice as well. I got these. They're just literally from different rides where they didn't need the bulbs anymore to change the colours. So I was given those as well by a couple of the parks. So yeah, loads of different stuff that I've got here in my collection. And like I say, I don't really buy as much stuff anymore, but I tend to have a lot of stuff given to me by the parks. And also I buy items that are a bit more unique, like the roller coaster wheels and signage, depending on what I've got, you know. And I'd rather have something a bit more unique than something what you can buy from the gift shops now. This is still one of my favourite items in the collection, and this is from Pirate Falls, the log flume that's located at Legoland Windsor. As you can see there, this is actually a photo of me and some friends on the ride, but it's printed onto Lego bricks, which is fantastic, and I'm going to attempt to do it there with one hand without breaking it. Oh, there we go. It was a cringe moment, that was, wasn't it? Oh. But there you go, yeah, you can see it's actually printed onto the Lego brick itself, which is quite cool, isn't it? There we go, put it back on there. Don't worry, it's quite secure. And then you got a minifigure. Obviously you could customise it and put it into your own build if you wanted to. Yeah, it was quite expensive, that, but I really like that. And I believe they stopped selling them for a while, but I'm pretty sure when I was there last year I did start to see these again. So hopefully they're going to be a bit more common and you'll be able to get these. Moving on then, let's have a look at some different keyrings and fridge magnets that I've got in my collection. Again, I've got over 50 of these, but these are just a few of them and some of the most special ones because you can't buy any of these anymore, so I thought that I'd share them with you. So I've got this one here from the Splash Landings Hotel. This is a really old one. I think I bought this in like 2004, so we're going back quite a long time there. This classic one from Alton Towers. Thorpe Park here as well, before the branding had a little bit of a makeover. It's only a few years old, this one, but yeah, it's still quite a nice unique item from Thorpe Park. Of course, you got this bottle opener here from Rita, Queen of Speed. Of course, she's not the Queen of Speed anymore. She's just Rita in Dark Forest, but there you go, yeah, quite a nice item there that I managed to pick up. This is from the first anniversary of Shanghai Disneyland in China, when I went a couple of years ago. And so that's quite a nice item and a unique one to have. Down the bottom here, a really old keyring from Alton Towers with Where the Magic Never Ends. You can see you've got the Runaway Mine Train on there, the Rapids, and yeah, that's a, you know, Nemesis at the top. So we're talking, you know, probably like 96, 97 maybe with that. But there you go, quite an old keyring. Valhalla fridge magnet just here as well. Again, another really old item that you can't buy anymore, but it is good to see that Blackpool Pleasure Beach are bringing back more Valhalla merchandise and merchandise for all the rides. Then these three are really special as they're from the now closed Camelot theme park that you can still see if you're on the M6 going towards Blackpool. You know, you can see Nightmare, which is still standing at the moment at the time of recording this video. But yeah, these are really special from Camelot because of course the park no longer exists. The magical kingdom of Camelot, Sir Lancelot there on the back. And this is quite a funny story because that isn't how I spell my name. I spell it with a W. However, at the time, I wanted to get something because I was told by a few people that it was going to be closing before it was officially announced, and I thought I need to pick some stuff up, so I got that, even though it's not how I spell it, but I'm so glad that I did buy it, and yeah, it's a nice little memory to Camelot theme park. Now, as I mentioned in the previous two merchandise videos, I've got that much stuff in my collection that I physically can't show you absolutely everything. I've got a lot of stuff in storage, quite a bit of stuff here at the World of Theme Parks and in other places as well. So as much as I'd love to talk all day about my theme park merch, I physically couldn't keep on top of what I've put in videos and that sort of stuff, you know. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this bit of an overview of my theme park merchandise, and I've tried to, like I say, put it down into different sections as well to make it easier for you to see my collection. But just before we head inside and look at some more items for this video that I've got in storage, let's have a look at some of these pin badges here. I've actually got over 330 different pin badges in my collection. A lot of them have been given to me over the years, some from events, some from when I worked at Alton Towers. That one's from Lightwater Valley there. A couple of the staff badges here from when you work at Alton Towers. Of course, I spent 7 years working there. These are that small that the camera won't focus that well on these. But yeah, I've got loads of different ones. An old badge there from Nemesis, Velocity, Merlin Magic Wand, A Really Good Cause by Merlin Entertainments. These are the star badges. I've got all of these. Basically, when you work there, you can earn different star badges and by doing different things and being a good member of staff. So I've got all of those, of course. Along with these, some old ones. Universal Studios, Portaventura, really old one there. Couple of really old ones from Alton Towers, Delivering the Magic. Again, it's quite hard to see these because they're not focusing very well. And Where the Magic Never Ends one there as well. All sorts of different pin badges that I've got. This is quite a nice one actually as well. And not forgetting that I've got all the Disney pins, lots of different Disney pin badges. And I've got a lot of lanyards full of these as well. So it's crazy. Honestly, I've bought so much stuff over the years. It's absolutely crazy. But you're about to see more of that now as we continue by looking at some of the smaller items in my collection. And yeah, let's head inside and get some stuff out of the boxes. Now, of course, the ultimate dream is to have one big space where I can keep all of the items in my theme park collection. But unfortunately, I don't have that at the moment, so it's got to be spread over 3 different places. But yeah, I've made my way inside now to have a look through some of these storage boxes. And this is one of 12 different boxes that I've got up here. And I've just emptied this box and I've got out some of my favourite items from this one to share with you all. So I'm going to talk you through some of these. So here we go. This was the first ever Alton Towers Monopoly set that they released, and yeah, obviously they've released a few more since then, but yeah, this was the first one, obviously with limited edition on there as well. So we move across to the side. This is a chicken, and I have actually shown this before. It's a rubber chicken. There he is, look. And this was actually given to me by a friend of mine who moved away. But there you go. Are you a chicken? Are you a softie? Or dare you ride? And this is actually from Blackpool Pleasure Beach and the press opening of Spin Doctor on the 7th of August 2002. There you go. Look at the back of it just there. But yeah, it was given to me by a good friend of mine who gave me quite a bit of my stuff, actually. Some of the older stuff, especially from Blackpool. Of course, over the years we get invited by a lot of parks to different events. These were given to me in Charlotte at the press event for Wicker Man back in 2018 at Alton Towers. This here, again, given to me by a friend from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Look at this mouse mat just here. Great, isn't it? And $1.99 would have been the cost of this. But there you go, look at that. I haven't even took it out of the packet. I don't want to because it's that good. I don't want to like spoil it. But it's, yeah, it's quite sort of thin, isn't it, inside? So, yeah, definitely don't want to spoil that. Moving a bit further up just here, these lovely Alton Towers coasters to put your drinks on. Look at these, they're like made of like rubber, so yeah, they last quite well. But Where the Magic Never Ends, we're talking, you know, late 90s, early 2000s for these. little bit further up, some more coasters, this time from the 20th at Disneyland Paris. Of course, they've only just finished celebrating the 25th, so what are these? Maybe about 6 or 7 years old now. From obviously, they celebrate the events over 2 years normally. Talking of them media events, this is from the press launch of Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. As you can see, we've got our lanyard just there, press and media, and yeah, you got a little USB stick on there as well that had lots of different files that we could use on. This is from the press and media event of the expansion of Peppa Pig World last May at Poulton's Park. There you go. Moving on then, just to the right hand side, we've got a couple more of these different frames just here. One from the 20th at Disneyland Paris, another one from Vampire. I've not got any pictures in those, but like I say, one day when I've got more space, I definitely will do. And off to the side, lots and lots of different like medals and different lanyards. This is from Busch Gardens Howlow Scream Evil Encore. So that was 2016, I think that was. And you can see there all the different mazes, or haunted houses as they call them, and that have been punched off there at the side. Obviously, they marked them in funny places because there were 6 to do. Oh, I've dropped it. There you are. So they marked 3 there, one there, and then they didn't punch the last one. So there you go. Yeah, lots of different ones here. Got one from like Wallaby there from an event we went to. There you are. So Alton Towers #1 fan without the resort logo on. And yeah, a couple of smaller items here as well. But this is quite nice. Look, from Pleasure Island. Obviously, it's the now closed theme park that was located in Cleethorpes. And yeah, it's just a little notebook. And again, a little tray just here as well from the 20th anniversary of Disneyland Paris. Right then, so I've packed those items back up into the box, brought another box out, which is just here, and gone through this and picked out some more of my favourite items. And if you haven't guessed already, I'm a big fan of the London Underground, hence why my bed quilt is actually the Underground map. And also the pillars are as well, but you can't see those in a moment, and you'll find out why in just a second. But yeah, I do also like Lego as well. I've got lots of Lego boxes with different sets what I've got in. But here we go. Let's have a look at some of these items. So first off then, with this Ocean Park Hong Kong frame, which is really nice. There's me and Alex on our Asia trip back in June 2017, and yeah, it was a brilliant trip. Managed to get that from the cable car. Just above then, we've got this nice fridge magnet from Nemesis Subterra. Of course, it's currently got the Scare Maze Project 42 in there, located in Forbidden Valley at Alton Towers. But yeah, that's quite a nice little item now, because obviously it's quite exclusive. Does need a bit of a dust though. Just here on the right hand side, got another one of those bulbs that I showed you earlier on, but this one from another fairground ride that I was given. Just here, this was actually sent to me from Intamin. I actually have a lot of items that have been sent to me from manufacturers over the years, but Intamin send me quite a lot of stuff whenever I've sent off for stuff. And yeah, nice little key ring, what they've given me there. Moving on from that, just at the top just here, got this from Buffalo Bill's Wild West Dinner Spectacular at Disneyland Paris. Obviously you get those when you go and see the show. Another one here that was given to me by a friend before we moved away. This is from the Pepsi Max Big One, a nice leaflet there, of course, advertising the tallest, fastest, steepest roller coaster on Earth. All the leaflets would have gone into the top there, and yeah, quite a nice exclusive item. The year of the roller coaster at the bottom there as well, 1994, and of course, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, England. I like how they used to put England on there because it was such a world-renowned park, wasn't it? And it's still a great park, of course, but is it as well known around the world now as it was back then? Probably not. Down here at the bottom, got lots of different pens and pencils. Most of these were given to me actually by parks, or when I worked at Alton Towers, going on different courses and things, I was given them. But yeah, I got a couple of those. This is sent to me from Poulton's Park when they opened Lost Kingdom, their area, back in 2016. And yeah, I was sent this to go to the media event for that just there. And obviously in the middle, it's got all the information all about the event and what was happening there. But there you go, very nice little items what have been sent there. Moving across, this from the Diamond Celebration over at Disneyland Resort in California, and I got my light ears here. Unfortunately, they don't do light ears anymore, they've stopped it, but I'm glad I bought these. Of course, you got that nice logo on there as well from Disneyland with the Diamond Celebration branding, and of course Mickey Mouse there as well. You know me, I love my Disney parks, and yeah, it's a nice item. For New Year 2016 and going into 2017, me and Harry were in Epcot at Walt Disney World, and we were given these hats. But yeah, quite a nice little item. Again, need a bit of a dust. That's the problem. Things get dusty in here. Out in the world of theme parks, they don't, because obviously it's in a shed outside. You know, it gets a bit of air to it, so they don't really get as dusty. And these are two great items. These are two massive flags, what I've got here, that when I worked at Alton Towers, these were literally going to be chucked in the bin. I know there's a lot of people who are probably saying, what? Just because they were faded. I mean, this one's really faded. Me personally, I don't think this one's too bad at all, but yeah, it was going to be chucked away, so obviously I asked if I could have them, and yeah, like, they gave them to me. Obviously now they tend to sell a lot of the items off and raise money for their charity, Million Magic Wands. That it's for a great cause, but yeah, obviously it means that things go for a lot of money now. I had these items for free back when I worked there, and they were just going to go in the bin. Obviously now I don't work there. I think a lot of the items get collected up and then they get sold on, don't they now? But yeah, I managed to get loads of great stuff over the years from my employment at Alton Towers. I spent 8 years working there, so I got a lot of stuff. And obviously your Scarefest branding flag and this one, they're both actually from the entrance plaza, and they would have hung on the flag poles. There's 3 on either side of the plaza, and yeah, that's where they would have hung. Right, let's move on then. I'm going to pack a few bits up. Like I say, I can't show you absolutely everything, but there's another box full. I've just got these items out of this one, and a bit of information there about the boxes. There you go, £8.99 or 2 for £12.99. And you can see there, I'll just point out a really nice bit of fan work, what was given to me a few weeks ago actually, by a fan of Theme Park Worldwide. And yeah, I've got that nicely stored in the box there as well, along with a lot of items that have been given to me over the years. I do keep them all, you know, and one day I hope to have a little section where I can display them all. So as we approach the end of the video, it's time to share the last few of these smaller items that I'm going to share with you all. Just first, have a little look here at this huge box what I've got, which is full of different pin badges, pop badges, all like little small things. I mean, look at that, it's crazy. Honestly, like, I've got so many different pop badges and pins in here. I mean, some of my favourites are actually these. A few years ago, I mean, we're talking quite a while back now, they did this whole, like, make your vote at Alton Towers, you know, for your favourite ride, like voting for your favourite coaster, and I've got loads of these, obviously mainly from when I worked there. Pop badges, like, used to be absolutely huge down south only, and they didn't really do them much up at Towers, and then Alton Towers really started to get onto the pop badge trend, and yeah, so this was a point when pop badges at Alton Towers, there was only a few of them. I remember stuff like House of Monsters came out, and everyone was like, oh my god, especially Merlin annual pass holders, they love pop badges. Me myself, I'm not a massive fan of them. Even though I'm an annual pass holder myself, but when I worked there, you know, I managed to get quite a lot of different ones just from swapping them with people and stuff. You know, obviously a lot of the time, guests would come up to you when you worked there and want to swap pop badges, and that does still go on to this day. But obviously now Alton Towers has got a lot of them, and they've been releasing a lot of new pin badges. I bought that because it's black hole, and I got it quite cheap. I think it was £2 that one, but they put the price up now. But yeah, I've got all sorts in here. Like I say, you know, I could do a video just on this one tub, but a lot of like smaller bits that I've got there. Oh, that's from Euro Disney, you know, obviously Disneyland Paris before it all got rebranded. Just get it focused a bit there so you can see it. There you go, Fantasyland on there. Yeah, honestly, I've got so many, it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, just a few of these. First visit here from Walt Disney World. Obviously, Charlotte's going for her first time in September with me, so we'll make sure we get her kitted out with the first visit badge, and I'm celebrating and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, loads of different ones. And I've got a few from the Asia parks in here somewhere as well. But yeah, there you go, a little look at those. And the final thing that I want to share with you is these 2 lanyards here. In fact, I've got more lanyards full of Disney pins, but these are my 2 favourite lanyards because I've got some more of the exclusive ones on here. And the lanyard itself that this is on is a 45th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom. And this one here is just a 2017 lanyard that I bought from the Disney parks. But this one's actually got a pin badge on from every Disney park what there is in the world. So all 12 different Disney parks, there's a pin badge from something on there. Whether it's the likes of Tron in Shanghai, Mystic Manor. I've been lucky enough to go on and visit every single Disney park, all 6 resorts, all 12 parks, and yeah, there's something there from all of those. Some of my favourites though, like I say, Hong Kong Disneyland, that's quite a nice one there, the Oriental feel to it. The 25th at Disneyland Paris. I was there on the 45th anniversary on the 1st of October 2016 of the Magic Kingdom. That's from Disneyland in Anaheim, Tokyo Disney Sea, Tokyo Disneyland, which didn't really have that much in terms of pins, to be honest. Test Track, of course, in Epcot, 82. Tower of Terror, Splash Mountain, Everest. Yeah, loads of different ones on there. And this one here's got some of them special ones here from the 45th of Magic Kingdom. Of course, they do the Mickey ears as well there as a pin badge for your different flag from your country. Obviously, I'm from the United Kingdom. Another one there, but two of those from the I Was There. There's one there and there's one there. Here's Walt Disney, the 1 year anniversary on the 12th of July 2013. It's the big shop in Disney Village at Paris. A few more at the top here from Disneyland, from that diamond celebration, and from the 20th, also at Disneyland Paris. And this one's probably my favourite on the whole lanyard. Look at that, how nice is that with the diamond there in the middle from the 60th. But the pins are very expensive. They sort of vary from like $8.99 through to like 20 if we're going in euros. You know, obviously dollars it's a bit more, but there you go, a little look at those. And that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Like I said, there's going to be another merchandise video to come where we're going to look at my different posters and theme park leaflets and maps, so make sure you check that out here on Theme Park Worldwide. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next and final merchandise video.